Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy the Stutter God and I'm back with another video. Now, do you remember the types of people that every time you go to a BM protest or maybe those people online that's like why people kill each other and they show each other slavery, right? You remember those arguments? Even though every single race kills each other, and as far as I know the Romans did the same thing. I mean, come on, this shit went out all throughout history, bro. This ain't nothing new. It went out all throughout history. Every single person did it. Every single race, from the Romans to the Egyptians to the fucking. I don't I actually forgot, but it was this other race that they, from what I've known, I heard of this, but they were constructed to build something, and like after they build it, cause it was something like really big and nice. So like after they build it, uh, that was a cat. So after they build it, the people who own them, cut off all their hands so that they will never be able to make something as beautiful ever again. I forgot the exact race, and I could be wrong on that one. I could be wrong. I have no problems with being wrong. I mean, like, because the thing is, I feel like people are so focused on being right that just leaves them in the state where if someone tells them otherwise, they get so amped up about it, and so the defenses, no, not defenseless. They get so defensive, yeah, defensive. Sorry, guys. They get so defensive about it, and it just leaves them in the state where they're right. No, it leaves them in the state where since they believe they're right, they're not going to take into anyone else's words into account. You know, and that happens with a lot of people, especially me. I'm not gonna like I'm perfect. I am like mad stubborn sometimes, and it's pretty ridiculous. But again, I could be wrong on on the whole cut off their hands thing. I could be wrong on that one. I'm not sure. But regardless of that, my other points still stand. Like I said, every single race kills each other. Um, slavery been practiced for thousands, if not millions, no, probably no, probably like thousands of years. Yeah, they've been practiced for like thousands of years. Went out all throughout history, and people who say otherwise clearly did not do their research. And real quick, I love because listen, the other day I went on this parody video. I forgot the guy's name, but basically he's doing a video about the like conspiracy theorists and what they think of the vaccines. And I was scrolling, I was reading the comments, bro. They are tripping, bro. Like one guy said, "I took the vaccine, I'm just fine." This other guy put R.I.P. Like that's the thing is too. I feel like people don't do their research, like any medical research, not this research and you just go on Tinder and just read an article that somebody wrote. No, I mean actual research. I mean research in regarding of how normal vaccines work and stuff like that. People are just going off of words. That's what I feel like at least. They go off of words instead of facts. And I know that people took the vaccine, some people died and stuff like that. I know, and because of that, people might be really wary, but at the same time, this is a proven scientific fact that vaccines help. Like it's a proven fact at this point. If you're hesitant, I understand that. You have a right to be. Especially if you're black, because I already made a video about that. About the shit they did us about mad long ago for like 40 years straight. And I'm pretty sure my grandma was around that time. I'm pretty sure. So it was ridiculous. Like, I can understand that mindset. But like, at the same time, that shouldn't stop you from wanting to protect yourself. If you feel like you just don't want to take the vaccine, go ahead. I don't got a problem with that. Go ahead. I don't care, bro. If you don't feel like you don't want to take it, you don't have to take it. I'm not gonna sit here and force you to take it. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you should take this because it's the safest way, blah blah blah. No, I'm just saying that don't go off of what other people say and actually spend like 5 minutes doing the right research. And what I mean by that is actually try and figure out how normal vaccines work and compare that to the COVID vaccine. That way, you'll have something to stand on instead of word of mouth. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, with that being said, let's get into the main topic of this video. So first off, I'm just gonna say this now. Black people putting black people into slavery was a myth. That shit was a myth. Like, that shit did not happen at all. And apparently when it did happen, it was like in front of like the queens and queens or like something like that. I forgot, but still, apparently that did not happen. At least if it did, it was uh it was it was extremely it was like an extreme small operation, you know. But anyway, with that being said, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna read this article by We I Mean I, and we're gonna find out why the saying that Africans sold their people to slavery was a myth. It did not really happen. So let's get started. Africans. Wait, hold up. Before I continue, I just want y'all to know I have a stuttering problem. And sometimes I might read too fast and mess up. So, as long as you're aware of that, I'm just letting you know. But as long as you're aware of that, let's continue. Africans sold their own people as slaves is a stock argument white Americans use when the subject of slavery comes up. That's a fact. First, simply, an argument of fact fails. Africa was not a country. Oh yeah, it is definitely not. From what I know, from what I found out recently, it is not a country at all. I never knew that. I really thought it was. Well, I guess I compared it to a country, but apparently it's not. Africa was not a country. Africans were not selling their own. They were selling their enemies. Oh, okay, okay. So I was wrong on that one. Okay, yeah, I can take that L. I can take that L. But listen, look here. Just as the Greeks and Romans once did. See, I told you. Slavery is a historic fact, bro. Like, we were not the only ones who did it. Like, so people need to like stop making that up, bro. They need to stop using that as an argument because that's it. Been happening long before they did it, probably. Okay, let's see. Africa, yeah. Let me start from here. Just as the Greeks and Romans once did. Africa then as now was made up of different countries. They were no more selling their own than say Europeans were killing their own during the Holocaust. Okay. And it overlooks a few other things. Most African countries did not sell slaves, and some even fought against it. But because Europeans back then could control the supply of guns, there was little Africans could do to stop it. The transatlantic slave trade was a much greater scale than anything the Africans or anyone else
did in the history of slavery. Countries were destroyed and millions died. Over 12 million were sold in less than 400 years. Something so huge that it changed the genetic map of the world. The, I can't pronounce the word, slave trade was racist. The African slave trade, for all of its other ills, was not that. Neither was the Greek and Roman slave trade. So slavery in places like Haiti, and Barbados and America was much more cruel. As a moral argument, it's false too. Okay, we're getting schooled. We're getting schooled. Well, not me exactly, but the racist white people who are watching this video, they're getting schooled. Anyway, it uses what I call the Arab trader argument. It excuses an evil of its own past by finding the same sort of evil done by others. Whites sold slaves, but African and Arab traders did too. Which, morally speaking, was good, bro. I'm making a YouTube video. You got something to say? No? Alright. But Africans and Arab traders did too. Which, morally speaking, is at the same level as an 8-year-old saying he did it too when caught doing something bad. We did not accept this argument from 8-year-olds, nor from bank robbers or wife beaters. That fact, Africans did it too, is no better. It's really not. Like, come on, like, it's stupid. But it is as a derailing argument that it comes into its own. Its main purpose is to draw attention away from what whites did by turning the tables. That part of the past makes white Americans uncomfortable, but instead of facing up to it, they had built up defenses against it. Huh. I mean, I would do the same thing if I was in there. Well, I don't know. Huh. You gotta really think about this type of stuff. Africans sold their own people as slaves. Africans are selling slaves. Arab traders sold slaves too. Slavery goes back thousands of years. All races have practiced slavery. Whites stopped slavery. My family never owned slaves. That was ancient history. You are living in the past. Get over it. It was the times. Slavery did not make economic sense. Whites got to where they are by their own hard work. Blacks are better off in America than in Africa. Africans were savages. Okay, so what I read there was their excuses, basically. So that's what they would say. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I never talked to some. I never talked. Well, I'll tell you, I talked to my friend about it, but he didn't use that excuse. He didn't really use any of these excuses. So it was not really an issue. And on and on. Why not just face up to it? Because part of their self-worth is built up on being white and how whites are better than everyone else, particularly blacks. But it is a huge lie that can only be maintained by not looking at their past and present squarely and honestly. Africans in the Okay, guys, I'm probably gonna mispronounce this. And the diaspora, diaspora have the challenge of rewriting, rewriting a history that has been stained by years of distortion, omission, and downright lies. One of the biggest challenges of writing this history has been the Atlantic? No, not Atlantic. Yeah, I think it's Atlantic. Close. I don't know. I think it's Atlantic. Slave trade, and one of the biggest sore points have been the idea that black Africans sold their own into slavery. a lack of information, a paucity of expenses, scholarship, and unwilling to have a serious discussion or collusion as it existed in Africa even before European intervention has contributed to this. Diaspora? I don't know. Africans are quite naive and will do anything to hold fast to the illusion of that. We are all African, and ignore the racism that has existed among groups that are far from uniform. Oh yeah, I just remembered about that too. So apparently, human beings started in Africa. So essentially, your ancestors, my ancestors, your ancestors, my ancestors, and basically anyone on Earth are Africans by default. I don't know, bro. I don't know how exactly it works. I just heard that. I just heard of it. Right? I just heard that that's the case. I don't know exactly how. I don't know how exactly it worked. I mean, I might find out later on if I really dig into it. But right now, I don't know. In looking at the issue of colonialism, I could not help seeking the links between the role of Islam in Africa and the role of Africans in the slave trade. The book Islam and the Alexandria of Slavery by John Ralph Willis is very helpful in looking at the almost impeccable link between enslavement of Kafur non-Muslims or infidels, and the belief that black Americans were not only heathens but inherently inferior. This is not a new thought and certainly not one that originated with the Muslims coming into Africa. Several Jewish exegetical texts have their own version of mythical curse of him being blackness, giving the common origin of these two major religions. It is thus not surprising that both Jews and Muslims played some of the most important roles in the enslavement of blacks, Africans next to Europeans. Huh. I never knew that. Huh. I gotta do more research on slavery. Cause usually I'm in like focus on like race and stuff like that, and like mental health. But I gotta go back to the past for a minute and look deep. In the article by Oscar L. Board, Constitution in America Studies, called "Did We Sell Each Other into Slavery?" he says, even the case of Tipu Tip may well fall into a category that we might call the consequences of forced cultural assimilation by a white or red Arab conquest over Africa. Tipu Tip's father was a white. Oh wait, hold on. Was a okay. Was a white or red Arab slave raider. His mother an unmixed African slave. Tip was born out of violence, the rape of an African woman. It is said that Tip, a mulatto, was merciless to Africans. The story of Tipu Tip, who is one of the most widely known slave traders, has always posed a problem for historians, especially I can't read that. Historians in the I can't read it either. Trying to find some way to reconcile themselves to the idea of African slave trader. The fact that Tipu was not only Muslim but mulatto is vital. The common idealism I don't skip of Judaism
in Islam, where black Africans are concerned, is certainly not no secret. While in some Islamic writings, we see an almost mythical re, re, reverse, reversance for Africans, especially in overall over sexualized concept of Ethiopian women who were preferred concubines of many wealthy Arab traders and kings. In others, there is a distinct racism. Aid to this, the religious fervor of the Muslim invaders, their non-acceptance or regard for traditional African religions, and the obvious economic and political desire for which religion was used as a tool, and we get an excellent but little spoken picture of Islam in Africa. This goes deep. This goes way deeper than I was expecting. Okay. Historians did not often record or think of the ethnicity of these Africans who sold their brothers and sisters into slavery as part of our distorted historical legacy. We too, in the word I cannot pronounce, by the idea that all Africans were uniformed and brothers, but the true picture, especially at this time, was not so. Centuries of contact with Europe, Asia, North Africa produced several color class gradients in the continent, divisions fostered by the foreigners. This may have been especially prominent in the urban and economic countries. When we combine the converting military force of Islam sweeping across Western and Eastern Africa, placing a vital economic stranglehold on villages and trading centers that were kafur with the kafur probably saying that wrong, with the intermixing. Hold up.
Hey, get up! Get off of there, bro! Get up! Get off! Stupid cat. Okay. Okay, so I was on intermixing. Hold up. Okay. Intermixing of light-skinned Muslim traders from the north and east Africa, creating an unprecedented population of mixed, lighter-skinned Africans who began to form the elites of trading classes. We can now see how a society began to change. Fuck, I can't read. Some historians have tended to downplay or completely ignore the potential for change in the scenario. It has even been suggested that one cannot transplant a modern-day problem outside of its historical context. However, we are seeing this creeping problem of colonialism occurring all over the continent, not the world, the continent, in the Portuguese colonies of Angola and Mozambique, where European traders and administrators were encouraged to intermarry the elitist, the elitist trader class was largely mulatto and Catholic. If you look at the situation in Ethiopia, with the age-old oppression of the original Ethiopians, the Ormamu of indigenous Kuhistic stock, by the more I can't pronounce that, and I can't pronounce that either. This too has its roots in cultural prejudice. There were hints of this occurring in many other instances at crucial points of contact between indigenous black Africans and lighter-skinned foreigners, or mixed Africans, and the most significant of these were in the areas of severe Islamic incursion. Well, how much we got? Okay. So I'm probably not gonna read it all. Wait, matter of fact, no. Let's try to read this all, bro. Y'all gonna laugh at me. Y'all really gonna sit here and laugh at me. I promise you that. Many towns and villages converted to Islam because of the protection that the military banner of Islam could offer them in changing economic and political and social landscape. But the more damaging result was the many light-skinned converted Africans, children of mixed encounters, that now felt a sense of superiority, super, superiority. How can I not say words today? Superiority over the dark-skinned black African counterparts. Colonialism, I can't pronounce that, is indeed, I mean, I can say it in my head, but I can't pronounce it. It's just weird. Indeed, of ancient vintage, the truth of the matter is that fair-skinned Arabs had racist attitudes towards blacks existed even before they invaded Africa. But evidence for this can be found in how they dealt with the black inhabitants of southern Arabia before they entered Africa as Muslims. Discerning readers and thinkers can look at this and many other accounts of this time and get a clear picture of the inherent racism of this situation. When we combine this with the desire for Africans, it's okay. That's my sister. It's okay. You alright? Let me read this, okay? Here, I'm gonna read you. Listen, alright? Okay, so desire for no wait, hold on. I can't at this time and get a clear picture of the inherent racism of this situation. When we combine this with the desire for African slave labor by Europeans, it was it was no large feat for these often light-skinned Islamized. I can't pronounce that. I know what it is though. Okay. Africans to enslave a black kafir whom they bury. I can't pronounce that. With a shred of humanity. In the course of jumping on the bandwagon would have been those black Africans with deep inferiority complexes who would have been owing to too eager to do the duty of superior Muslims in the effort to advance themselves. These facts are certainly not hidden, and the patterns are everywhere, even today. But we who do not look to see for centuries, we certainly have not been conditioned for sight. Fuck. Okay, hold up. Oh my God, there's more. This leads us to another direct way colonialism played itself out in the slave trade. This is in the type of Africans who were enslaved. The biggest victims of slavery were undoubtedly the darkest Africans of what was called the Negroid type. If you look at old maps and documents by early European explorers, you can note that the parts of the continent that they explored was divided by their crude definitions of what they saw as in different African ethnicities. Damn, we were racist. The regions of West Central Africa were seen as the place of Negroes, which was distinct from European Africans, and even so the okay. Wait, is that That's George Floyd, nigga. All right. Negroes, which is distinct from European Africans and even so whiter than more urbanized North Africans. We cannot say that no Africans were be taken from the North, but by and large most slaves that came to the West Indies, Am- Americans, etc. wave of type mentioned above. My God, why is it so long? I made a mistake. Beard continues. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna stop here. I mean, y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. I'm done, bro. Y'all get the picture. So yeah, it's basically says what I've been saying for a long time now, that the whole
uh, Africans sold each other out is not basically not even an argument. So yeah, this proves my point. And I hope when people see this, they actually once they get past the stuttering and the fucking up of the words, they'll have a clear picture of what might have actually happened in the past that people are just not talking about. I mean, why do you think they want to ban Race Fury? Why? Because they don't want this type of shit to get out. Because they know that if this do get out in the public, it's really going to affect a lot of people, especially the racists. Oh man, they're going to deny, and deny. Oh my god, bro, it's gonna be crazy. Unfortunately, that's not looking like it's going to be the case because of certain Republicans. Fuck the Republicans. I say this again. I say it once. I'll say it again. Fuck the Republicans in Congress. If you're a Republican, I have no problem with you. I have problems with one in Congress. Although, if you're a QAnon conspiracy theorist, please fuck off. Fuck off, please. Fuck off and get out of my country, please. Thank you. So yeah, people are just trying to hide the truth, and they'll do it in whatever way they could. I should have said can. Yeah, I should have said can, bro. But yeah, they're doing it in whatever way they can to stop the truth from being known, and that really goes to show that America is once again, indeed, a racist country. I mean, it's right there for you. You don't have to look farther than this. You really don't. All you really gotta do is turn on your TV. Like, come on, bro. It's right here. But yeah. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna end it here, and also, I have a new phone now, so I might I might do some longer videos. It depends on what type of videos I'm looking forward to doing and or talking about. But yeah, I thank everyone for reading at this point. I thank you for taking time out your day to listen to me of all people, and especially when I'm reading. And I hope everyone has a blessed day. Again, let me repeat myself in case you didn't hear me. I hope everyone has a blessed day. There we go. Because sometimes I feel like I talk so fast. I feel like, wait, did they hear me? I better say it again, because I'm afraid. Sorry, you better knock it off. Y'all probably didn't hear that, but that was my cat. She was hissing at her kitten. Yeah, her name is Saya. Yo, see a whole hood right now, bro. See a whole hood rat. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. With that being said, guys, peace.